Welcome to Ãrrèst Concept TV. Breaking news. Nigeria President Tinubu finally receives petition against Africa's richest man, Dangote, over $3.4 billion siphoned through Nigeria's central bank. The news in detail. The petition accused Dangote of grossly violating the forex guidelines of the CBN for years. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has received a petition against Africa's richest man, Alhaji Aliko Dangote, over $3.4 billion allegedly siphoned through the Central Bank of Nigeria. The petition, exclusively obtained by Politics Nigeria, was attached to a letter addressed to President Tinubu and filed by Ahmed Fahad, a social justice advocate. It was dated August 18, 2023 and titled Petition to President Tinubu against Dangote, and copied Jim Obaze, who was recently appointed by the president as a special investigator to probe the Central Bank of Nigeria and related entities. The petition accused Dangote of grossly violating the forex guidelines of the CBN for years. President Tinubu receives petition against Africa's richest man, Dangote, over $3.4 billion siphoned through Nigeria's central bank. It alleged that the suspended CBN Governor Godwin Emefiele borrowed $1 billion from Ãrrèst Bank in the second quarter of 2023, out of which $750 million was illegally funneled to Dangote at a concessionary rate. It therefore urged the president investigate the flagrant violations of our financial law. It reads, "I bring to your attention a scandalous issue of gross financial misconduct and illegality involving the Dangote Group, a flagrant abuse of the Central Bank of Nigeria's CBN Forex guidelines for the past 10 years. First exposed by Dr. Okpebholo of Change Vigilantes International (CVI) in his 2016 petition to former President Buhari. It noted that brazen illegality involves a shocking violation of CBN guidelines, causing a $3.4 billion diversion from Nigeria's national treasury at rates between $150 and $200 when the parallel exchange rate was more than double that. This insidious financial maneuvering still threatens the very stability of our country's economy even today. Astoundingly, this flagrant siphoning was carried out using Form A instead of the legal route through Form M, which is tantamount to a gross violation of the law, as it offers no financial returns to our country. The barefaced audacity of these financial transgressions is further displayed by several implicated banks, which have audaciously sanctioned millions of dollars at the CBN rate to the Dangote Group, in direct violation of CBN's instructions to source funds from the parallel or interbank market. These unscrupulous actions facilitated the illegal transfer of funds for supposed foreign investments, including the supposed construction of factories in countries like Congo and Liberia. According to the petitioner, the funds were moved out of Nigeria with the alleged unlawful aim of industrial development in other nations, while our own country was left bereft of these much-needed investments. More worryingly, there are several instances, such as in Liberia, where promised factories were never built. The siphoned funds were instead reportedly transferred to Dangote's accounts abroad, thereby exploiting Form A for illicit cash movements that cannot be reclaimed by our country, it said. The petition noted that the approval sought from the apex bank clearly stated that money sought by Dangote must be bought from the interbank market, which means money outside the CBN. However, the funds were bought and transferred from the National Treasury with the CBN, which was illegal. On a continued basis over the years and contrary to the approvals, Emefiele's CBN continued illegally supplying money from Nigeria's treasury at cheaper rates to Dangote Group. This is an illegality that must be righted, it said. It added, for instance, in 2015, Form A number AA2541751 was used to transfer over 341 million through telegraphic transfer (Ecobank) in contravention of CBN directive to use interbank funds only for the Dangote project in Cameroon, whilst on February 12, 2016, Form A number AA2649626 was used to transfer over 420 million for spare parts in Congo, also in contravention of the CBN directive. To further highlight the brazenness of these actions, it recently came to light that the suspended CBN governor, Godwin Emefiele, had borrowed $1 billion from Afreximbank in the second quarter of 2023, $750 million of which was illegally funneled to Dangote at a concessionary rate. These funds were subsequently transferred to Dangote's account abroad, just as previously done in the past. Your Excellency, as a beacon of hope for our nation's financial integrity, your swift action is desperately needed to rectify this glaring injustice. We implore you to order a comprehensive and immediate investigation into these flagrant violations of our financial law. We call upon you to ensure these stolen funds are returned and used for the betterment of our nation under your committed administration. This enforcement is essentially not just to deter future violations, but also to underscore the ethos of accountability and transparency that your administration represents. We enjoin you to direct the EFCC, ICPC, DSS, and other relevant security agencies to investigate these illegal acts against our economy and ensure these funds are returned. The time for a new era has come, an era where the rule of law supersedes illicit privileges and economic justice becomes our national cornerstone. By addressing this issue decisively, you will send a powerful message that corruption in all forms will no longer be tolerated in our country. You see the way they started this story now? There's petitions and all of that, which is lovely, right? But we will not see the end of this matter now. Maybe they already wrote petition, they sent it out, the public knows about it. When they will close the matter, we will not hear the end. Shebi na Nigeria. We will not hear the end. It will be behind us that they will just do one small chukunu meeting like this and everything is over. Because in this our country, Nigeria, have money. They wrote petition against Dangote. See, Dangote did not say anything. Because what he will do is if it's bite. So let's go to the comment section. John Matthias says, the petition against Dangote has been submitted to Tinubu, who happened to order for it. Let's wait and see how he's going to handle it, and we shall know if truly he has a better plan for this country. We all know they are partners in crime. Exactly. Because if Dangote decides that, okay, I'll give you certain percentage out of this in my company, the case will close fast. Shebi na Nigeria. Moving on. Jesus Christ, the healer and deliverer, says, Baptist journalist We write, Tinubu finally receives petition against Dangote over $3.4 billion siphoned through Nigerian Central Bank. He also said Tinubu should go down first before Dangote. My dear, have you forgotten we're in Nigeria? Have you forgotten we're in Nigeria? Dangote has been in business for decades, for decades. So I believe he knows how to play his game right, even if this is true. Because nobody in this our country is innocent, oh. Nobody in our country is innocent. Everybody is doing their own low-key agreement. Trust no man but yourself. So we have so many comments here. We'll just like take few more. Okay, Sinachi says, we don't care whatever thing you people plan to use against our focus. All we know is you are an illegitimate president who wholly assumes seat of power through civilian coup, and you must submit our mandates. You see, wetin concern Sinachi, no be even this old Dangote this thing. Even if Dangote sef is a scammer, it does not concern him at this point. We shall know that you are not the president. And we know that in this Nigeria, Nigerians, when they want to do business, they need to dip their hand in dirty things. That's what I feel. Okay, so Chris says we should leave Dangote alone and face reality. Dangote did not steal money. He is investing in Nigeria. His factories are all over Nigeria and is creating employment all over Nigeria. The best the government can do is to make him buy his forex at competitive rates henceforth. Those writing these petitions are jealous and enemies of Nigeria. Let the petitioners focus on government officials who embezzled money and siphoned them abroad without investing in Nigeria. They just want to kill his business. Chris, I don't entirely support you, because you shouldn't say they should leave him alone and he should face reality. Because Dangote sef is not innocent. Because the secret leaked out when Dangote ordered the investigation of CBN under Emefiele. If Dangote did not tell them to start investigating Emefiele, we will not know that there are some certain amounts of dollars that was being sent to Dangote from Emefiele. We will not know. Over 900 and something million dollars for that matter. That's a lot. So the fact that Dangote is a people's guys, or Dangote does well, he creates employment and all, doesn't make him a saint. So let's face it as it is. So my people, share your thoughts in our comment section, because this issue is a serious one. We just hope that they treat it right. Let's not say, it is Dangote, let's favor him. No, let's say it as it is. What was over 900 and something million dollars doing in your account? How did they channel it to you and it is not showing in records? Let's say it as it is. Let's just call a spade a spade. And we hope they will not end this thing in the background and leave Nigerians in the dark. Even though we know what will happen at the end, let's just hope that they will change. Because this is another avenue for Tinubu to show us that, okay, he's okay for the job. He's right for the job. So please share your thoughts in our comment section.